upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills, maybe.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with XFi Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
Kick off your summer right with big seasonal savings at Fleet Farm. Kingsford 16-pound 2-packs of charcoal briquettes are just $17.99. Suffolk's braided fishing line is only $7.99 a spool. And get a free $25 gift card with every $100 you spend on select Columbia apparel and footwear. For more of the hottest summer specials at the best prices guaranteed, stop by your local Fleet Farm or check out our weekly ad at fleetfarm.com.
KDWB Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
We have delays on 94 westbound from Cretin to Franklin. On 494, it's slow westbound Portland to 35W. Lafayette Freeway delays northbound from Plato to 94. We have construction scheduled Highway 55 both ways between Fernbrook and General Mills till 7. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Valley Fair. Valley Fair is now open. Another incredible summer awaits with fun and thrills for everyone. Filled with more than 75 rides, shows, and attractions with some of the best things to do in Minnesota. Buy your tickets online at valleyfair.com or grab a 2025 Silver Pass that pays for itself in 2 visits.
Hear the Dave Ryan Show on the radio, on the iHeartRadio app, and watch on YouTube. Dave Ryan TV from KDWB.
Good morning. It is a Monday, but you know what? Monday ain't got nothing on you. You got the radio on.
Yeah.
You got us on the iHeartRadio app, and you're about to win Post Malone and Jelly Roll tickets.
Hell yeah.
While we're getting ready, pull your phone out. I know you're a little bit early, so I'm going to play a little clip of, I think I got Jelly Roll last night. He was like a coach on American Idol. I don't watch American Idol.
I haven't watched it since like season 4.
Since Carrie Underwood season. Yeah. I think when Fantasia beat Diana DeGarmo might have been the last time that I've watched American Idol. Anyway, I got a little clip of Jelly Roll singing with the winner, Jamal, last night. I just got to find it. I got it written down here somewhere. Yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Check it out.
Oh, you ain't nothing but a liar. Yeah, I walk right out the fire. Yeah, you try to put me down, try to put me under the ground, but I'm only going higher. Ooh, if I was doing what...
How come nobody on American Idol goes on to be famous or successful anymore?
I just looked it up just to see like who are these American Idol winners in the past few years.
Yeah.
And Philip Phillips was season 11, and I think he's the last one to have like a radio hit.
What year was that? Home, gonna take me home. That was Philip Phillips.
I don't know.
It sounded like a steak sauce commercial.
2012.
Oh, 2012.
Geez.
So we're talking 13 years ago.
Yeah, that's season 11, and I think we're on season 23 now. Something like that.
I wonder why it doesn't do what it used to do, because basically it does nothing Jamal got a parade in his hometown. Other than that,
a parade.
Really, that was kind of about it.
Don't you feel like it's almost like if you do want to become famous, maybe American Idol or like The Voice isn't really the route then?
Apparently not. They have a track record of 0 for 0 in the last 12 years or so.
Gabby Barrett's the one that sings "I Hope," isn't it?
Yep. I hope he cheats like
She
you
was
did
on
on
American
me.
Idol.
Was she American Idol?
But she didn't win.
No.
A lot of them that do well didn't win. Like Jennifer Hudson didn't win, and she has a pretty good career. And then like
Chris
Daughtry
did not win. He was like second or third.
Adam Lambert didn't win.
No, he didn't win. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I wonder who won on Adam Lambert's year and whether Adam Lambert's like,
I think it was Chris Allen, I think.
Don't know who that is.
He's the guy who won.
Don't know who that is. All right, here comes your keyword for Post Malone and Jelly Roll. The show is tomorrow night. Keyword right now is roll. I know you got stuff going on, but here is a chance to win the tickets. Open up your iHeartRadio app, tap the red microphone as you're listening to KDWB, and then just say the keyword is roll, and you're good to go.
Can I make a shout out really quick?
Please.
Shout out to Kelly, who is from her first week back on maternity leave. So, or she was on maternity leave, and now it's her first week back working. So
Big
that's
week.
from Marnie. Shout out Kelly.
And shout out Anna, who's listening on the iHeartRadio app in Orlando this week. She's traveling, but she's taking us with her.
I love that. And shout out to Kat, who is turning 49 years old today. A big listener to the show. Kat, we love you. Thanks for listening. Jenny had a birthday over the weekend, but apparently her dad forgot the birthday.
Yeah.
Her own father forgot her birthday.
So he did. So my birthday was Saturday. Didn't hear from him all day. Went to check and just like look at my phone again, see if I somehow missed his call on Sunday, whatever. Didn't. He did end up calling me yesterday at like 2 in the afternoon or something. But honestly, I was taking a little nappy because I was a little hungover. So I missed his call and he left a voicemail and stuff. Truthfully, I haven't called him back yet because I'm a little bit salty.
I don't blame you. Yeah.
I am going to call him today, but I just was out of the mood to call and talk yesterday. This happens once every, I'd say, 4 to 5 years. He forgets.
Yeah.
So honestly, it wasn't surprising to me that he forgot, sadly enough, but like, I don't care. It honestly doesn't hurt my feelings. I mean, I notice it, of course, but I kind of am just like, whatever.
You're like classic dad.
He, in his voicemail, he said the day got away from him. That man sits on his couch and watches TV all day.
Oh, yeah,
he's
that sucks,
retired.
though.
He does not have an animal. He does not have responsibilities. Like, he helps with my sister's kids every once in a while. So, like, it's not really an excuse at all that his day got away from him.
What day?
It was a matter of you forgot.
No, he forgot. And that's the thing. I've forgotten birthdays, too. And you go, oh, God, never my kid's birthday. I put it in my phone.
Right.
But, you know, your dad probably has a flip phone and doesn't
He does
put
have
it
a
in there.
smartphone, but he has no idea how to use it.
No idea how to put a reminder in there. Yeah. I put everybody, Bailey's birthday, Vaughn's birthday, Jenny's birthday is in my phone. So that's just the way it is. I even put my wife's birthday in the phone.
Smart, yeah.
Just so I don't forget.
Yeah.
I can't stand that in movies. Like the trope, like, oh, I went the whole day without remembering my wife's birthday, because that typically just doesn't happen. You don't go like, you know me, I talk about my birthday the day after my birthday.
Yeah.
But you don't go months or weeks leading up talking about anything about the birthday that the whole day you just forget. I hate that trope in movies.
It's real life. It's Jenny's real life.
I'm sorry,
Just
Jenny.
my real life. That's okay. Like I said, I don't really care. It doesn't come as a surprise anymore. I think the first time he ever did it, I was shocked. But now, like I said, it happens once every few years. So I kind of am like, well, maybe he'll wish me birthday tomorrow.
So you have low expectations.
Yes.
And then that way you're not surprised.
Exactly.
Okay.
Which you could say is sad, but honestly, there's other things to worry about in life. Who cares? Whatever.
You know what? That's a good way to look at it. It's like that book, Let Them Forget Your Birthday.
Have you read that yet?
No.
Are you going to?
No. I'm not going to read that. No.
Why not?
I got memes and reels to look at, Jenny. I
Day gets away from him.
Can I ask you a question? Day get away from me. Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
A reel count on Instagram dropped dramatically. So we get judged by the number of views we get. For like example, Jonah Murray watching me get hit in the head with a bottle had 108,000 views.
Yeah.
Weirdly, on Friday afternoon, it dropped by 10,000. The War of the Roses videos that we post every Thursday, they had like 25, 28,000 views. they've dropped down to like 6,000 views.
No, I noticed.
That's like taking money out of your bank.
Yeah.
We earned those views, Bailey.
Yeah.
And they went away.
I don't know what happened to them because I noticed that too, where it's something that had like 30,000 views went to 10.
Went to 10.
Like, wait, what happened?
Did this happen on, if you're listening to the show, if you count the views on your reels too, did they drop all of a sudden too?
I mean, not on mine personally, because I went to look as well. I was thinking like the next day they'd be back to normal.
No.
I know they're not. So I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, I thought it was a glitch or something.
So weird.
But no. And it's annoying because we've been killing it, not to kiss our own butts or anything.
Well, that's part of what we do is we, but the video of Bailey and I watching Jenny do the hand flip thing, that's like 5 million views.
Yeah.
This is the dumbest thing ever. And it's up to 5 million views. Anyway, follow us on Instagram, Dave Ryan Show. Give us a like, give us a follow, and then we will see you on the gram. We'll be back in a second. We're going to get to the door thing in a second because we didn't get to it's a certain behavior about when people come to your front door. I want to see where you stand on this. That's coming up. More Jelly Roll and Post Malone tickets. It's all here on KDWB.
Give me some Jelly Roll, Post Malone.
Jill, you want some Post Malone and Jelly Roll tickets?
You're going to Post Malone and Jelly Roll.
Free Post Malone and Jelly Roll. Post Malone. Just make KDWB your #1 preset on our free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jelly Roll.
And you're never more than 30 minutes away from winning. The winning begins weekdays at 7:05 with the Dave Ryan Show from 101.3 KDWB.
The Twin Cities #1 hit music station.
From the Custom One MN.com Weather Center.
We have a cloudy start to the day with some rain this afternoon, a high of 58. Tomorrow we'll see scattered showers throughout the day with a high of 47.
This report is sponsored by Hero Home Services.
When the power goes out, Hero Home Services keeps your home running. Our whole home generators ensure your lights stay on, your system keeps running, and your family stays safe. When your home needs a hero, call 612-900-2021.
I need a hero!
Take your time, just in your own words. Tell me why you're on War of the Roses.
We both have an Apple Watch, right? Their relationship is too close at this point, and I think he's using... One girl decides to sit on Adam's lap in the pool.
She came home, and I noticed scratches on her back.
I'll admit, I was wrong. What else can I say, girl? Can't you blame my head and not my
I checked his phone. Sometimes you kind of get the urges, too.
I was drunk, I was gone. That don't make it right, but promise there were no feelings involved.
He has this like blue, nice peacoat, but he comes home and I've been noticing these like long women's hairs stuck to it.
So she strips down, and while she's walking into the bathroom, I see something stuck to her. So I pull it off. I'm like, what the hell is this?
How long has this been going on?
You're f***ing Robert, I know it.
So my boyfriend was caught with second-degree burns from chocolate syrup that he was using to pleasure himself with.
We are rekindling our relationship.
He basically asked him out right in front of me. Yeah, like, we have to go out sometime.
My ex-boyfriend, he needed a place to live. You know, he can live in my snowmobile trailer.
It's my fault, but you gotta believe me when I say it only happened once.
What? I mean, this is crazy. Can we just have like a conversation like real people?
Are you schooling her? You know what? Can you be a little bit more insecure? You know, this is
She said, save your apologies. Baby, I just gotta know. How long has this been going on?
It's been a long time coming, and I'm sorry.
You're a piece of work. You know, you're a piece of work. Because what?
I'm a piece of work?
Believe that this is an ex-girlfriend? Just delete that.
You've been acting so shady. I've been feeling it lately.
You go all hang out with your slut brigade every...
Whoa, the slut brigade.
Okay, so then you're admitting it now. You're admitting it. Like, I caught you before and you were lying, and now you're admitting it.
And you're sending her roses instead of me?
She said, boy, tell me honestly, was it real or just for show?
She lied and said that her birth control didn't work, so she was already pregnant. So then they had sex without any protection. That's how she got pregnant.
Ooh, that's a dirty trick.
So she tricked him.
I'm sorry, is there any truth to this?
How long
Your husband put us up to this. Maybe you owe him an explanation.
Yep. Trick a woman into saying things?
But we trick men too, to be fair.
We
We're
trick
equal
men most of the
opportunity.
time.
Listen, I had to have sex. Listen, I had to save my job.
I've heard guys squirm on War of the Roses before. You are not even able to complete a full sentence.
I even my psychic had told me that we're soulmates and that, we would have a family. And I just know that this is the right guy.
Okay, well, you realize that sounds pretty psycho.
Music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at Xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Fox tonight.
Hold on to your bricks, people.
All the season's back again.
The biggest season of twists ever.
This is wild. We're freaking out.
Will Arnett hosts the season premiere of Lego Masters, followed by a new America's Most Wanted.
Tonight, starting at 7, followed by Fox 9 News at 9.
I think I just wrote the song of the summer. Listen. That's just you drinking a big gulp from Speedway. And just $1 for a large with Speedy Rewards? That's a hit. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have a stall 35W northbound past 90th that's blocking the right lane. Highway 169 slow northbound from Highway 101 to Old Shakopee. Highway 10 delays eastbound from 93rd lane to 35W. Lafayette Freeway delays northbound from Plato to 94. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Hamline University. As Minnesota's first university, Hamline opens doors with generous scholarships, a welcoming community, and a liberal arts education that builds real-world skills. Start your future today. Visit hamlin.edu/apply-HU.
I think it's a sign of great mental health to acknowledge the dark wolf inside you.
It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and on a recent episode of The One You Feed, Josh Radner from How I Met Your Mother joins us to talk about fame, self-acceptance, aging, and finding peace in discomfort.
That is the mercy of time. That time, it is a healer.
To hear this and more on healing, identity, and the wisdom of slowing down, open your free iHeartRadio app, search One You Feed, and listen now.
Now live on streaming video, KDWB's Dave Ryan Show is now on YouTube every morning starting at 7 a.m. Just search Dave Ryan TV.
We're talking about sneezing etiquette here. I get a sneezing fit. No.
Dave sneezes wrong. He sneezes right into his bare hands as he's doing it right now. I just watched him sneeze all these sneeze particles, this like poopy sneeze particle right into his bare hand and then push buttons. Nasty.
That's why you should not touch this board. But no, you try to sneeze. See, I would get on Fallon because when she first started here, she would sneeze without covering her mouth and nose. And I'd be like, Mom and Dad had never taught you how to sneeze. And so I said, you sneeze into your elbow.
Mm-hmm.
So then she would sneeze toward her elbow. But I can't reach my elbow. I got shoulder issues.
What do you mean you can't reach your elbow?
I can't reach my elbow
You're
with
doing
my
it right
nose.
now.
I can't reach my elbow with my nose.
Oh.
It hurts. It hurts my shoulder.
Oh, it hurts you.
Hurts my shoulder.
Well, it hurts me watching you sneeze into your bare hands, you goober.
So because
you're a goober. You're a goober.
Because you're impaired, now we have to get
you're impaired.
Herpagona because you spread it all over the studio.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Gross.
One of the joys.
I feel other people do touch that board besides you.
Yeah.
We're not the only
Who was it that used to come in here? Was it Lucas, I think, that came in here when he worked here? And he would take a Clorox wipe and wipe down everything.
Really? That does not feel like Lucas.
I think it was Lucas that did.
That man was
Who's
that
Lucas?
man was what? Lucas was he was a really cool DJ, had the cool hair. He was a partier. He had tatted up everywhere. He was a badass, and he had an attitude.
Ooh.
I love Lucas. I miss
do
Lucas.
too.
Yeah, he's a good guy. All right, it's KDWB. We're never more than 30 minutes away from tickets for the show tomorrow night. Jelly Roll and Post Malone. So hang on. We're about 15 minutes out on that one. We're going to talk to a woman in about another 15 minutes who wants to take her 3.5-year-old kid to the show tomorrow night and wanted advice from you whether it's a good idea or not. I will reserve any judgment until we get her on the phone. We'll talk to her in a minute. This came up the other day. Ring cameras, do you answer them if you just don't feel like? If it's a solicitor and they come to the door, do you just ignore them? Some people say, yeah, just ignore them. And other people are like, no, they're people doing their job. You at least got to go give them some respect. I always try to find, if there's somebody, I got a no soliciting sign at my door. But if somebody comes to the door and they got, you look on the Ring cam on your phone, you see they got an iPad or a clipboard. I'm like, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I don't mind answering the door to see if it's really important. If it's the city, you know what I mean?
Right.
I don't, if it's the city, it's like, yeah, we need to inspect your lawn.
Right. Because sometimes it's like some kind of an inspection or like a survey, like tree survey or something, because they have to, cut off the tops of your trees.
Yeah, for the power lines or whatever.
And it feels like those are important.
So there's a big discussion. They're on vacation, so I can talk about it. My daughter, Allison, and her husband, Justin, have two different theories on this one. She's like, screw them. I'm not answering the door. And her husband's like, they're trying to make a living. Show them some courtesy. Open the door and listen to what they have to say. And I'm not quoting him, but I think that's what he says about it. What do you do when a solicitor comes to the door, Jenny?
I don't move. I make sure that I stay still and that they can't hear any noise in the house, so they do not think anyone's home.
Really?
I keep my blinds shut in the front so that you can't see into the house and stuff. But no, I do not answer the door. If literally the other day I was in my front living room and the blinds were open for some reason and someone came and knocked and I immediately ran downstairs. I literally ran downstairs. I was like, no, they can't know I'm here.
Because, solicitors are like dinosaurs. If they see movement, that's when they know you're there. So you just freeze.
So no, I do not answer the door. Shout out to all those people out there hustling, door knocking, but it's not for me.
I'm 1000% with Jenny. Not only do I not answer, you can't move a muscle. And God bless you for trying to do your job, but chances are I don't want whatever you're selling. And if I don't expect anybody to come to my house, then I'm not moving to go answer my door.
I think one of the hard things for us is most of us take a nap because we get up so early and we have the luxury of taking a nap in the afternoon. And then somebody will come and ring the doorbell once in a while. And there was a guy at my door a couple of weeks ago, and I opened the door and he's got the iPad, and I'm like, I point the no soliciting sign, and he's like, I'm not trying to sell anything. And I'm like, then you're taking a survey. You're a solicitor. I don't want you bothering me.
That's
but
crazy.
I'm cordial to them. I'm not like, get off of my porch or I'm calling the sheriff.
But you made eye contact with him and then just pointed at the sign? I think that's rude. Or just like, see this sign?
Of course.
Don't you see this sign?
Well, a lot of solicitors, I can see them on my Ring cam. It'll say person detected. So I open it up and they walk partway up the walk. They see the sign and then they turn around. What I don't like is it chases away the girls' hockey team that's selling tickets to whatever, or the boys' soccer team that's selling fundraiser coupons or whatever. The ones that you buy for $20 and then you never use, those ones,
My dad has a no soliciting sign too, and he said he saw this Girl Scout come up with her little cart, see the sign and go, and then turn around and leave. And he saw her do it, so he ran, got his wallet, and then chased this girl down the street because he felt so bad for her, and bought just a bunch of cookies from her. But that's it's me to talk. I don't have a door that you could ring because I live in an apartment building, but if I did, I would not answer the door. When I was a kid, we had a window that overlooked the door, so if someone rang the doorbell, you would go into the kitchen and you would look down to see who it was. And if you didn't know who it was, I just would never answer the door.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What about if you're a solicitor? Does that suck? I mean, it's got to be a really hard thing to be trying to, like Jenny said, you're out there pounding the pavement, trying to make a living, selling siding or selling
vacuums.
Roofs or vacuum. Does anybody sell a vacuum door to door? What is that like? Does it just suck? I admire them for at least trying to make a living. It's probably, maybe they do really well. Maybe they hit 20 houses and one of them buys, new siding.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all worth it.
And then it's a win. Yeah. A lot of people are texting and saying they hit the deck, get on the ground, army crawl away.
Yes. This says women have to be wary of answering the door to strangers. This one says, I don't have a Ring camera, so I don't worry about it. Just let them keep right on knocking. Mm-hmm. I'm with Jenny on this one. Yeah, they army crawl away. That's kind of funny.
I like this. It says, I wave to them and then I shut my blinds. I know it's a jerk move, but don't come to my house unless I call for your services.
I guess that's fair to say. Don't come to my house and bang on the door. There was a couple of Mormon kids came to the house in Colorado. Did I tell you the guys' story?
No.
So so a car pulls up and I'm like, where's your bicycle, you Mormon kid? You're supposed to be on a bicycle. Isn't that the cliche? You wear a tie and a bicycle and you pedal around the neighborhood. But I was nice to them because I knew a bunch of Mormons when I lived in Las Vegas and Phoenix. So they're like kids. They're on their mission, which they have to go out and convert people. And I totally respect what they're doing. Mm-hmm. It's part of their faith. And so they come to the door and I'm like, I'm really not interested in hearing about it. But, how's your mission going? And, blah, 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 and talk, and was polite to them.
Yeah.
And instead of like saying, not interested, which I'm sure they hear all the time.
Did they convert you or?
Well, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I wondered why you were wearing that tie this morning.
Well, I've got my Joseph Smith hat on.
Yeah. You have not stopped talking about Joseph Smith from the second you walked in. Gosh, we get it. He's cool. Jeez.
He is pretty cool. All right. What do you think? What'd we miss? Text messages. My husband was a solicitor, and some people were just awful to them. It is better to hit the deck rather than being mean. We don't answer our Ring doorbell unless we recognize it's our neighbor. If it's somebody with an iPad or a clipboard, we are not opening the door. We do answer the door for elementary kids that are selling those overpriced, awful tasting chocolate bars. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
They used to be $1. Now they're like $5.
I think they're good.
They're gone. They're not even real chocolate.
What? The ones that they sell in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin are really good. I think it's called Pierogies.
Oh, because the ones that they sell, that they used to sell at Andover High School were delicious.
Yeah, gross.
Oh, because you could get in with the caramel in the middle.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there were different flavors. Yeah.
So delicious.
A guy came to the door at 8:35 the other night, and I'm like, okay.
That's too late.
I know. It's still light outside, but I didn't answer the door. And then I watched through the window to see where he was going next.
Oh, yeah.
And then they went to the neighbor's house at 8:40.
You're the creep here then. Oh, my God.
To the people that think it's rude, how is it any different than like when telemarketers call the house phone or your cell phone and you just don't pick up? It's the same thing. You just don't give them the time of day.
Just don't.
Even if you pick up because you're like, maybe this could be something important, and then you hear like the automated voice and you hang right up immediately. It's the same thing.
Yeah, kind of true. Yeah. There's a bunch of text messages. I am a knocker, and I like when people don't answer. I get paid either way.
Oh, well, that's nice to know at least.
All right. Thanks for your input on that one. We are going to move on, get on with our lives. Let's do Dave's Dirt on 101.3 KDWB.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Watching American Idol last night was kind of cool because Salt and Peppa was on. I honestly, I thought one of them died. I really did. I'm not trying to be funny.
I think you're thinking of TLC.
Well, I know the TLC, one of them died. Yeah, Left Eye died. But I thought one of the girls in Salt and Peppa, no, they were there doing kind of a medley of their greatest hits.
Push it good. All the people on the right, come on, y'all. Push it real good. Hey, yeah, I want to see, baby. Hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you're ready to rock with Salt and Pepper tonight, somebody say, oh yeah. Here I go.
Goo Goo Dolls and Johnny Resnick, they did a little performance last night too. Apparently, Johnny Resnick got plastic surgery on Temu because it was not.
Oh, yeah, his face is a weird looking face.
Yeah, I look him up now because I don't know what I don't know.
He's old. I mean, that's one thing. You got to give him a little bit of grace because he's old now. He's probably got to be 60-ish, but he looked a little.
I always thought he kind of looked like bottom shelf John Bon Jovi. Like he was trying and it just didn't work.
I mean, you kind of nailed it because that is what he looks like now.
Also on TV this weekend was Saturday Night Live. It was the season finale. Scarlett Johansson hosted. Bad Bunny was the musical guest.
Yes.
But people are kind of upset because there were rumors that Colin Jost, Michael Che might call it quits after this season, along with a bunch of other people. But people were more upset about those two. They didn't say anything about who's leaving, who's staying, nothing. And usually the season finale is when they do a little tribute. And so now people are worried that they're not going to get like a proper send-off.
Who's the guy that we don't want to leave that's been there forever?
Kenan Thompson.
Kenan Thompson, yeah.
Kenan's not planning on leaving, is he?
People talk about it because it's the 50th season and he's been there for 22 years, longest cast member ever.
That is wild.
But here's the thing. When Kenan is in a skit, you know it's going to be funny.
All the time.
It's almost never not funny. My favorite is when they do the Scared Straight and they bring the kids in from the high school and he plays a convict and he's really stupid.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Or when they do Black Jeopardy with Tom Hanks, that one's so funny too.
That was good stuff. Doing the dirt. Basically, you've heard about the president probably that he has advanced prostate cancer. Very common. They say if a man lives long enough, he will get prostate cancer.
Wow.
My dad had it and survived with it for probably 10 years with treatment and that type of thing. So guys, get your prostate checked. I know it's embarrassing. I know it's really stupid. It's not stupid, but it's like, oh, you got to bend over the table and blah, 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 blah. And you feel stupid. But you know what? You got to get that little pink thing checked.
For your health. Ew, little pink.
Little pink thing.
Why did you have to
you
say
did have to add that
Your
part
little
in.
pink,
But
got to get your pink walnut, get your pink walnut checked.
Stop.
What age are you supposed to start getting that checked, though?
I don't know. That's a good question. 45-ish, 50-ish,
I
something
was
like
going to
that.
say, like, Font doesn't need to yet.
No, no.
I was scheduling getting my pink thing checked just now.
Gross.
Yeah, I'm calling to get my pink walnut checked.
Ew. You guys
New name
gross.
for it. You are in the medical field. Now I'm giving you a new nickname. There's like the man in the boat. We've heard of the man in the boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we got the pink walnut. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I'm leaving. I'm going home.
How you've been saying that all morning and you're still here.
I know.
When are you actually going to leave?
Right now.
Okay, fine. What else we got here? Jamal Roberts won the whole thing last night, did a little duet with Jelly Roll, and you're about 2 minutes away from Jelly Roll tickets. Here is Jamal and Jelly Roll.
You ain't nothing but a liar. Yeah, I walk right out the fire. Yeah, you try to put me down, try to put me under the ground, but I'm only going higher. Ooh, if I was doing what you do, then you would swear I poisoned you.
Dirt is brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Before we do the keyword, Tom Cruise confirms that he's working on a couple of movies.
All of these things we're working on, we're discussing, Days of Thunder and Top Gun Maverick, and there's numerous other films that we're actively working on right now that, I'm shooting a film, I'm prepping a film, I'm posting a film.
So Mission Impossible, which I think is what he is advertising there.
Yeah.
It's their the final movie is coming out soon. It's already been debuting kind of here and there around the world. And so because that's coming out, he's been, doing all these interviews, and he just said in one that he's planning on making movies into his hundreds. So when he lives to 100, he's like, I will never stop. I'm going to keep doing action films into my hundreds. He's 62 now. So, he's got another 40 years of action. I can imagine Tom Cruise at 99, jumping off a building. Yeah.
He does all his own stunts?
He does. Yeah,
really
he did the motorcycle parachute stunt, which was insane.
Yeah, he's weird, but honestly, I like him. I think he's a really good actor. I love War of the Worlds.
No, same thing. War of the Worlds is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, same. It's so good.
I've never even heard of that. Well,
You've never heard of War of the
I'm
Worlds?
sorry. I've heard of it. I've never seen it or heard anyone say that they love it.
Oh, it's so good. I have it on DVD. I'll loan it to you. Okay. It's so good.
It is really good. Yeah, I love that one. All right, that is the dirt. Let's get you your keyword right now for Post Malone and Jelly Roll. Show is tomorrow night. So the keyword right now is rock star. Do the same thing you did all last week. Open up the iHeart app and then tap the red microphone button and then just simply say the keyword is rock star. And we'll do this, I think, all day today.
All day today, yep.
And then tomorrow, probably not, because then it would be too close.
Yeah,
you
too close.
You can't get a babysitter.
Yeah.
Speaking of not getting a babysitter, let's talk to Natalie, good morning, Nat.
Good morning.
Talk to me about your plans for the Post Malone show tomorrow night.
So I would like to preface this by saying I haven't gotten tickets yet because I've been very back and forth about this.
Okay.
But my 3.5-year-old is obsessed with Post Malone, and it has crossed my mind almost every single day since I found out he was coming here to bring him, because he is literally like his idol. Like Jack Black and Post Malone are the two people that my son listens to.
The duo. Yes.
I love it.
Like we skipped Baby Shark, we went straight to Post Malone and Jack Black.
Which is a blessing. So he listens to every time it comes on, Post comes on KDWB, he turns it up. He's got this, I don't know about the CD, but you got it on your streaming or whatever. He loves Post Malone. The question is, and you can get tickets if you want. I guess you have the means to get them if you want to get them last minute. But you're not sure whether it's a good idea to take a 3.5-year-old to the Post Malone show.
Because like logistically, I get he's 3.5. He's very little. That's not necessarily a concert that you would bring a 3.5-year-old to, but he is just so obsessed with him. He knows all of his songs. He sings along to the songs. He knows which music video like has which stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So.
Well, you sound like a normal, level-headed mama, so I was going to judge you right away and tell you how dumb you are, but you actually sound, normal and level-headed. So there goes that. I would say still a bad idea. I'm like, number one, he probably won't remember it. He'll enjoy it in the moment. I think, is there going to be a lot of weed smoke at the Post Malone show?
Definitely.
So
Post
there's
Malone
that.
has done concerts where he's been rumored to be on drugs, but then like he'll spaz out on stage and it gets a little much.
Oh. Well, I think he just dances and vibes and has a good time.
I think it's both.
See, I'm just thinking when you're 3.5, like even a 5-year-old can't really sit still for very long and wants to leave like an hour into any kind of event. And so like 5 years old is often like a cutoff or, like the minimum age to be at like an event. And so 3.5, I can't imagine a 3.5-year-old like having a good time, because then it's going to be so loud. I mean, you can get them those little like headphone things that they put over.
Yeah,
kids.
I would at least bring the headphones because it's going to be very loud for his little 3-year-old ears.
But even so, even with those headphones, I feel like it's still going to be loud. And he's 2 feet tall. Everyone's going to be way taller than him. It's going to be rough.
3 feet 4 inches. Thank you.
Oh, he's 3 feet 4 inches.
4 inches.
I rounded down.
Yeah. So we're talking to Natalie, who's seriously thinking about bringing her 3.5-year-old Post Malone obsessed son to the show tomorrow night. I don't think that it would be a horrible mistake if you did, but somebody texted a good point. They say he smokes through the entire show and drinks. The cuss words fly. He doesn't censor his music. He is unapologetically himself. So if your kid isn't used to that, I would not do it. Otherwise, take him and have a blast. Some of my most amazing memories are concerts as kids. Here is another one. I would never bring a 3.5-year-old to a concert like that. Way too loud, too much weed, and too many drunk people. But I do think that people are going to be, I don't know. I don't think as the Post Malone show is any kind of like a dangerous show. You're not going to, nobody's going to hit you in the head with a beer bottle. I mean, there's no guarantee.
Yeah,
but I think it's just a bunch of normal, average people out having a good time. So,
has your kid been to a concert before, like any concert?
He hasn't.
See?
Bring him to the Wiggles.
Yeah, take him to the Wiggles and Baby Shark first. Warm him up.
This text says at KDWB1, basically they said, I took my daughter to see Kane Brown. She's going again this year. Kane Brown even said hi to her. It's one of her favorite memories thus far. She was 4 years old at the time.
Wow.
So there will be a lot of judgy eyes on you. And that's a very good point. A lot of people be like, who's this trash woman brought her kid to the Post Malone concert? So I don't know. I would say go ahead and go. Maybe that's bad advice. Get him the earplugs, get him the headphone, whatever. Go ahead and go. And if it gets a little bit too much, like, hey, we're going to leave.
Right. Well, then you have to be okay with kind of eating your ticket.
Yeah, you kind of do.
Because I doubt you're going to be there for very long in general.
So that's something that I'm fully prepared for, is like if it's a last game day decision, if we're only there for 30 minutes, an hour, that's completely fine. But
what do you think, Jenny? You're a good mom.
Yeah, I'm a great mom. Thank you.
Yeah.
To all my children. I think that I would not take a kid to a Post Malone and Jelly Roll concert that's that young, just because I think that the vibe of that concert is very different than other concerts you could potentially take them to. I just think it's a very party atmosphere. Post Malone and Jelly Roll both drink a lot. I'm sure they both smoke plenty of weed, and that's all fine and dandy when you're of age. But to have a young child at it, I don't think is the best option.
I think that's a good point in that, your 3-year-old doesn't understand that a lot of the songs are about recovery and addiction and drinking and smoking and sex and things like that. He doesn't understand it. But will he if he sees the show? It's kind of like he doesn't understand what the songs are about. I don't even know what Circles is about.
I don't either.
No.
But he's got tattoos on his face, and that's cool, Mom.
That's cool. Do you have a partner?
I do.
What do they say?
He's hit and miss. We're honestly both the same. I feel like it'd be super fun, super great experience for him. But at the other hand of it, both of us are he is really little. He is really still sweet and innocent. And for a boy, he has the biggest heart ever. So we're also both kind of we don't want to ruin that. And honestly, I will say I didn't even think about the weed smoking when this initially came up in my brain. So that's a huge thing for me because that's been a thing for us is we don't want him around smoke and things like that. So honestly, that might be the reason why I don't go.
Yeah.
More than anything. Just because I genuinely didn't even think about that because I'm sure there are rules about that, but I'm also well, people don't always follow rules.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Now, here's a judgy text. It says, "This is what's wrong with parenting today. It is ridiculous. You should think you should take a 3-year-old to the Post Malone concert." Another one says he probably won't go on stage until probably 9:00.
If not later.
If not late. But it's not like the kid's got to get up and go to work the next morning. So, I don't know.
Yeah, we have some people who are yeah, totally bring him. And then other people are no, why would you bring him? Wait
split.
until they're older. Yeah.
It's pretty much split.
And another good point is that someone texted that he won't even come on till 9:30.
Yeah.
So also it's going to be a very late night for him.
Yep. Andra is on the phone. Andra, listen to the show. We're talking to Natalie. Natalie's a mom of a 3.5-year-old boy, loves Post Malone. She can get tickets if she wants to. That's great because they're not cheap. Should she take her 3.5-year-old kid, Andra, to the show?
I don't have kids, so it may not be my place to say, but I remember many years ago when I had gone to Rockfest and Slipknot was the headliner for the night, and parents had brought in kids from, 3 years of age to 7 years of age, very young kids that were so excited to see Slipknot. They had the face masks on, and Rockfest, they're smoking weed, they're drinking. So, as long as you're paying attention to your kid and you're making sure they're safe, most people are pretty aware of children, I feel.
I think so. I think that if there's somebody next to the mom with a 3.5-year-old kid, they're probably going to be we probably can't smoke weed and blow it on the 3.5-year-old kid.
Well, will they care? Because at Post Malone, I feel I paid for my Post Malone ticket. I'm going to do some weed smoking.
Yeah, this is the vibe. So what?
You've got to be aware, I guess.
You got to be aware. Thank you, Andra. Hey, we're going to call you, Natalie, on Wednesday morning and see what you decided, okay?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for trusting us with your very, very important decision. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Speaking of Post Malone and Jelly Roll, more keywords coming up. The current keyword right now, in case you missed it, is rock star. So use that keyword for your chance to win. Can we play Circles? Because I love that song.
Yeah, you love that song?
I heard it on the radio or something. I'm like, God, that song just never got old.
On the radio, on KDWB?
I think I heard it on KDWB,
Wow.
yeah.
You mean the Twin Cities #1 hit music station?
Exactamundo,
Wow.
yeah. So let's go ahead and play Circles because the show is tomorrow night and that song just never gets old.
It's a good one.
I just love that song. So we'll do that. We'll give away another pair of Jelly Roll tickets and Post Malone tickets for you coming up in about another half an hour or less on KDWB. Bernadoodle, mini Bernadoodle, mini Bernadoodle. Somebody who listens to the show, Angela, shout out Angela. She's like, oh my God, there's a breeder. They breed all kinds of like doodles and schnauzadoodle and poodadoodle and chihuahua doodle, Bernadoodle, all these different things.
Chihuahua doodle, get out of here.
I kind of made that up.
I bet that's a thing.
But it probably is. Chihuahua doodle? It probably is. Look it up.
Chihuahua doodle.
And so I was messaging with Angela, who also, there was an Angela that told me about Angela. Then Angela runs the breeder with her husband, I believe. And they're in Rosemount, and they got a website, and they're like, FDA inspected, and they passed the sniff test and all that stuff. So I was inquiring about these mini Bernadoodles. They're a little bit bigger than a cat, so about Josie's size, and they don't shed, and she's got several of them.
Ooh.
And I'm thinking, is this the one?
Are you going to get a boy or girl?
Probably a boy. We had a girl, Josie, and, I don't really have a preference, one or the other. I do not want a dog that humps my leg, though. That is a deal breaker.
How do you just figure that out ahead of time?
You put my leg, put something sexy on my leg and see how the dog reacts.
Stupid. I like girl dogs in general. I think girl dogs are just like nicer and in nicer vibe, girl dog. But you should also think about which color you want. What color of a dog do you want?
Do you want a patio dog? Like you want to be able to go to the breweries with the
Oh yeah. That's a very good description. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's what a lot of people strive for, and then they realize that they did not get a patio dog because they're too energetic. But I think a mini Bernadoodle might be a good one.
So cute. Mini Bernadoodles.
Regular Bernadoodles are huge.
Yeah.
So
they're the size of a large dog.
Yeah.
The size of a large dog.
Yeah.
They're also great.
The mini is more the size of like a smaller dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're stupid.
What?
It's the size of a dog.
Very descriptive.
And then a mini is the size of a smaller dog.
Well, it's smaller than a smaller dog.
Are you a scientist?
I have a way with words.
Yeah.
Yep. So I will let you know what happens on the mini Bernadoodle, but it's just fun to say. Here's a text message that says, Dave, get an Aussie Doodle. Mine is the best. They're so smart, so cute. 35 pounds, can go on long hikes. Now I want to get an Aussie Doodle.
I'm looking it up.
I think those are going to have more energy, though.
True.
Any kind of Australian whatever dog, lots of energy.
Really?
Aussie Doodle.
Aussie Doodle.
Oh, it's cute, but they've got long legs. That dog is all legs. But a Chihuahua Doodle is a thing. It's called a Chipu. A Chipu.
What is it? A Chihuahua Doodle?
A Chihuahua Doodle.
It's called a Chipu?
A Chipu. And it's honestly so cute. It would definitely sit in Paris Hilton's purse. So cute.
Okay.
So cute.
All right. Let's do the Daily Bailey on KDWB.
All right. Last week we got a new pope. Did you know that in Chicago they created a sandwich in honor of him?
I heard about that. Yeah.
So they said, in the name of the gravy, the bun, and hot giard, the Leo, a divinely seasoned Italian beef baptized in gravy and finished with the holy trinity of peppers, sweet, hot, or a combo. And so today we're going to talk about, if you had a sandwich made after you, what would be on it? Okay, so I want you to think about it, because the Pope got a sandwich, so I want a sandwich for all of us.
I got it already.
Well.
Yep.
You got it already?
I got it already.
Okay, go ahead, David.
Mine's a grilled cheese with bacon and tomato. So it is a grilled cheese, and then before you slap it in the frying pan, you butter the bread, put a lot of cheese on there, crispy fried bacon, and then a fresh tomato, thick cut tomato, and then you fry the whole thing up, get it a little toasty brown on both sides, and that is called the Dave sandwich.
So is it going to be in a frying pan or like on a panini maker?
I'm going to serve it in a hot skillet.
Ooh, a hot skillet.
Yeah.
That sounds honestly really good, David.
Thank you very much.
Really like
off the top of my head, yeah.
And I mean, you had that on lock. You had that in the back there.
Waiting for someone to ask him.
Like somebody asked me what kind of sandwich I love. Please let this be the Dave.
I can't wait. I can't wait to eat the Dave. Okay, Jenny.
Yes.
What would be the Jenny if you had a sandwich made after you? What would be on it?
Mine's going to be super layered with things. I want turkey, ham, salami, maybe throw in some roast beef, all the meats. You know me.
All the meats.
And then multiple different kinds of cheese options, but definitely going to have American and cheddar on there. You're going to put your lettuce, banana peppers, jalapenos because I am a spicy gal.
Okay.
Nice.
And then, I'm thinking, I don't know how to not steal this from Subway, but I want Italian herbs and cheese. I want that to be the bread.
Do whatever you want. It's your dream sandwich.
I want it to have like a little bit of flavor, a little bit of spice, all that stuff. And then we're going to douse it with some kind of aioli.
Ooh. That sounds good.
That's a lot of sandwich.
I know.
How are you going to fit your whole
the
mouth
Jenny,
around
okay?
that, honestly?
The Jenny.
Yeah. The Jenny. That sounds delicious. Vaunt, if you were made into a sandwich, or not you, but if you had a sandwich made after you, what would be on it?
A lot of people say I'm an old soul, so I'm going to go with a tuna sandwich because how many people still eat tuna these days?
No one.
Tuna sandwich with pretty much everything on it, but no tomato. So lettuce, onion, salt, pepper, oil, vinegar. And then because it's like an old soul type thing, I'm going to pair it with a vanilla cream soda. Because when's the last time anybody under the age of 65 had a vanilla cream soda?
But a vanilla cream soda with tuna?
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like the best. You had me till vanilla cream soda, but you do you. What about you, Bailey?
Okay, so I'm going to have a sourdough because everyone loves a sourdough bread. And salami and ham. Those are my meats. A lot of that meat on there. And then that white American cheese. But the best part of the sandwich is that it's loaded with pickles, banana peppers, whatever it's called, like giardiniera. Is that how you pronounce that? That essentially like anything that would give you heartburn is what's on my sandwich because I want it to be mostly crunchy, mostly pickle, mostly giardiniera. And then the meat is like there as well. And then probably a kooky kind of mayo, like garlic dill or some kind of mayo on that.
That sounds good. What would your dream sandwich be?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about going home and making one. Like a fat grilled cheese with some crispy bacon in there.
Yours
and
sounds
fat
good.
Tomato. Yeah.
Yours sounds real good. And now I kind of want bacon all the time, honestly. Anyway. Yeah, now
Thank
and
you,
always.
Bailey.
That's the Daily Bailey, folks. Thank you so much.
That was a fun one. You are never more than 30 minutes away from a DJ reminding you that you're never more than 30 minutes away from being 30 minutes away from just 30 minutes until Post Malone and Jelly Roll tickets. That's coming up in less than 30 minutes.
Okay.
In case I didn't make that clear. Yeah. We're about 10 minutes out. So listen for the next keyword coming up on KDWB. Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Susan, my wife, does this really weird thing. She'll get home from wherever she goes, and I'll hear the garage door go up, and I'll be inside on the couch, or I'll be inside in my office, and whatever. And I'll hear the garage door go up, and then sometimes I hear it go back down, but she doesn't come in.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this has only been going on for the last 3-ish months that I started to notice. So a week or so ago, I opened the door to the garage, and there she is, just sitting there. Sitting on, not even on her phone, just sitting there.
Oh, she's not on her phone?
She might have been, but the moment I opened the door, she was not. She was just sitting there.
Okay.
What are you doing? Nothing. Just, decompressing.
Yeah.
I don't know if she said that exact word, but it was something like that. I'll be in a minute. Okay. Does anybody else have a partner that opens the garage door or they pull up in the driveway?
Yeah.
And they kind of sit there? Like they don't quite want to come in.
I mean, I used to do that all the time when I had my live-in boyfriend because I knew he was there and I really just didn't want to be in there. But I still do it now, even though I live alone. Because sometimes okay, well, I've gotten home. I'm going to sit down and then just look at my phone for a minute. And back in the day, I used to sit in my car for an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah. Gen Z and maybe millennials have the thing called their third place. So it's not like their house or their job. It's the third place they feel comfortable. My cousin is like a habitual victim of doing this. We'll see her just sitting outside in her car across the street, and she's just on her phone for maybe an hour sometimes, and an hour is a lot.
Wow.
But she's just going through TikTok, scrolling. We're like, you going to come in the house? And she's like, yeah, in a minute.
Huh.
And I don't, if she's got a boyfriend, I couldn't blame her, and you can't take those phone calls inside the house.
Yeah. It's just kind of I guess once it's the second you're done driving, because driving is I'm doing a task and now I am done with that task. Oh, let me just sit here for a minute. So I totally get Susan saying I'm just decompressing.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of all it is. It's there's nothing malicious behind it.
No, and I don't think there is malicious. She's the least malicious person ever. But after years and years with me, I would probably get tired of coming in the house to me also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's oh God.
This guy again.
Text messages at KDWB1. Literally sitting in my car right now because I'm listening to you guys and I just don't want to go in.
Yeah.
I've definitely done that at a job where I've sat in a car waiting to go in. Like, oh, gosh.
I've done that at work when I worked with some really awful people. There have been some great people on this show, but there have been some awful people on this show. And the day I retire, I will name them in alphabetical order.
Oh, jeez.
There's that many?
No, but there was one, they were so awful to work with. I would sit in my car in the parking lot. This was, I'm not going to say when. And I just would have to work up my, my mentally to walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what this text message says. I do this all the time. We have 2 sets of twins, so I almost always hang in my car to mentally prepare for the chaos behind
2 sets of twins?
2 sets of
Lord.
twins.
I would never go in. I would disappear.
Oh my gosh.
I would vanish like, wow, where'd Dave go? He just vanished. I'd move to Minot.
Oh, not
They
Minot.
never look for me
They
there.
wouldn't.
South Dakota.
Right. Text messages. There's a bunch of text messages say I do this all the time. I'll sit in the car for 20 minutes before I go inside. Most definitely taking my me time before I go into a house full of kids and a screaming wife. Screaming wife. I thought that was from a woman. Maybe it is from a woman that has a screaming wife. I bartend and I do this after every shift. After talking to people all night, I need 10 or 15 minutes to decompress before having to go in and talk more and have an energetic dog greet me. There are a lot of people who do this.
Mm-hmm.
Text message. Oh my gosh, Dave, totally not weird. If she has a short commute or people-filled day, I'm sitting outside of a coffee shop or dropping the kids off before I'm meeting a coworker, just having some me time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like maybe you're finishing, the 1 chapter of your audiobook, or the podcast is almost done.
I was going to say, I always wait for a good song to finish.
Yeah.
I will always sit in my car if it gets
Yep, I do
when
the
I
same
pull
thing.
into the driveway.
Or you have a concert. We have a parking garage. I always have a concert before I go upstairs because if I start screaming whatever song, Alyssa's going to get mad at me.
Mm-hmm. I have to, even now when I live alone, I have to tell myself, get out of your car. You don't need to sit in here. You can sit in your apartment and feed your cat. So just go, get in, get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another one. I'm sitting in my car right now. I don't want to go into work because my coworker is back from vacation. Once I walk through the door, she starts talking and I'm like, let me finish my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes our coworkers determine so much about whether we're happy at work or not. We might love what we do, but sometimes the coworkers are like, eek. This all started because I said my wife Susan in the last couple of months has taken to when she gets home from wherever, when she gets home from Snap Fitness and she's there 3 times a week. She'll sit out in the car and I'll hear the garage door open. Nobody comes in. So a few weeks ago, I opened the door. What are you doing? Nothing. Just hanging out, decompressing.
Yeah.
So what about you?
Yeah, this text says, remember, Dave, it's like you said about dreading when you open the garage door and you see Susan's car inside. She sees your car and knows you're home and wants her time before coming in to decompress.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I would want time away from me as well. I can't find my slippers. Where did you put my slippers? You're wearing them. Ow. Well, you must have put them there because they weren't there last time I looked. All right. It is 101.3 KDWB, 4 minutes away from another pair of Jelly Roll tickets. Don't worry, this is the last day. So there's 2 things to that. Number 1, you won't have to hear a DJ telling you there's 30 minutes until the next pair, but also you need to listen to win because this is your last day to win free tickets for Jelly Roll tomorrow night at US Bank Stadium. The presidential race is heating up and a new candidate has entered the presidential race. Now, this is somebody who you've heard of before, and they're very young, but I think that they meet the minimum age requirement because they just had a birthday. I think the minimum age requirement is 35 years old to become a president of the United States. So here to discuss her platform and why she is running for president, it's Weather Girl Jenny.
Hi, thank you for having me today. I'm so excited to be running for, what is it going to be, 2028?
2028,
for presidency. I think I would do a fantastic job as the president because not only will I bring the vibes, I'll bring the party, but I also have a lot of platforms that I'll be running on. So I would like to pitch you guys some of my platforms.
This would be good.
Please, yeah.
And whatever you guys think of them, you can text in, but also I don't care because these are my platforms and it's what I'm running on.
Well, you do have to appeal to the electorate, as they say.
And I think most people will, they'll vibe with it. They'll love it. So my first one is the Hot Tub Initiative. So world peace does begin with warm jets, if you didn't know. So hot tubs are going to be installed into every public park. Congress is going to start having their meetings once a month in a giant hot tub all together.
Okay.
Just think about the relaxation. Then you don't have Republicans and Democrats going at each other's throats when you're chilling in a hot tub.
Yeah.
Jacuzzi, baby.
Yeah.
And then also mandatory hot tub meditation Mondays for corporations to relieve your stress of working for a corporation. So that is my first platform.
Okay.
My second platform is going to be that all adults are allowed to have a nap every single day. Okay.
Mandated or
mandated naps. Like if toddlers get naps, why don't we? We have a lot of stuff going on in our lives too.
Yeah,
Toddlers don't even have anything going on. They haven't experienced life.
Yeah.
Why do they need naps? We need naps as adults. So the National Siesta Hour will be from 2 to 3 p.m. every single day, no exceptions. Initiative number 2.
Okay, I like it.
Number 3, dogs in government. Less corruption, more tail wagging is what I'm saying. Okay. Every cabinet position is going to have a canine co-chair here. We're going to have lots of dogs running around in the White House. Just think about the joy that it'll bring to everyone. And maybe once again, Republicans and Democrats could get along a little bit better if they had a dog sitting next to them.
Probably.
That's what I'm saying.
I believe it.
Now, this one is very specific to certain states because certain states do not understand what driving with speed involves. So if your speed limit is 65 and you're going 65, we're over that. We're upping it to 85.
Oh.
All speed limits on big highways will now be 85.
Question, Senator. Question. Dave Ryan, United Press International.
Yeah. Hi.
Question. What about the increase in fatalities on the road with this increased speed limit?
Well, if you cannot drive very fast because you are not good at driving, shouldn't have your license then, you will be only allowed in the right lane. Now, there will be rules of how we know that you're not driving fast enough. You have to be in the right lane. You are going to get ticketed now if you are not driving at least 85. So now instead of you get a ticket because you're driving 100, you get a ticket because you're driving 84. That's the new
so you have to go fast.
And so maybe there'll be a couple more fatalities, but also think about what else could happen. Maybe a doctor could get to his job in time to save a life because he was able to go that much faster on the highway.
All right. Question.
Yeah.
Dave Ryan, Associated Press. What about Bailey, who drives a beater built in 1992, will not reach 84 miles an hour?
Bailey, do you think you can get up to 85?
I could try. I mean, I can try.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Continue, please.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't mind. It's fine. All right. And my last initiative is that every person, male or female or whatever, must start therapy once they hit 25 years old. That is my last one. And I am standing by it because we all need therapy. I love it. You'll love it. David, you're getting in therapy.
I don't need any therapy. No.
Yes, you are.
I got alcohol and walks.
No.
Alcohol I got alcohol
do not help what's going on up
to bring
in
me
that
down, walks to bring me up. I need a dog. I need a dog, alcohol, and
therapy
the outdoors.
For America.
Who's paying for this
healthy,
therapy?
Mentally healthy.
Who's paying for this therapy?
Who's paying for the
Who's
therapy?
paying for the therapy?
Obviously, you are with your taxes.
Yeah.
So it's free, but we're not. But we're paying for it.
Senator,
but like you don't know that because it's just coming out of tax money, so you don't really actually know.
Senator Jenny.
Yes.
Yeah, Bailey has CNN. I want to know if we're getting free snacks in the vending machines.
Okay, well, that
Who's paying for these free things?
Yeah, unfortunately, CNN lady, I am not entirely sure that I can force that upon all corporations because that will cost a lot of money. So if you want more taxes taken out of your paycheck, then maybe your company will start getting
so you're saying it's not free, so things aren't really free, that Bailey actually has to pay for anything that's free? I have a question.
Yeah.
Dave Ryan, New York Post. Can we do away with pop machines that only have Coca-Cola products, and can we put some Pepsi and Mountain Dew products in all pop machines? There's nothing more discouraging than walking up to a pop machine and seeing just Diet Coke. I would like a Pepsi Zero Sugar or a Diet Pepsi, please. Senator.
for working for the New York Times, I was expecting a little bit better of a question than that. But
New York Post, baby. Don't make it. There's a big distinction. Yes, the Post.
Okay. Then you're right. That lines up with the New York Post. Thank you for that question. Yeah, I think that actually is really good. And I think I'm going to add that onto my platform. So I'm going to get my campaign manager on that. He's going to come have a little conversation with you afterwards. And we'll get on that because you're right. Why just only have Coke products in a pop machine? It should be a variety. Yes,
Senator Jenny.
There's a hand
Sorry,
raised.
hello.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, hi.
From the guy in the back, Vaunt Leak, TMZ. I have a question. Chocolate fountains. Where do we stand on chocolate fountains in the office? Break rooms, offices, cubicles.
There's too much IBS in this country. I am not going to mandate chocolate fountains because we don't need those stalls being hogged. Then people are going to work less because they're going to be having issues in the bathroom with chocolate fountains. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be on board with that one. But I appreciate the question.
Senator, one last question. Senator,
last question. Then I have to wrap up.
Yeah, Bailey has MSNBC. What's the theme for prom this year?
What the hell kind of question is that one?
For prom?
Are you running for student class president?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm president of the United States of America. Thank you.
Okay, my bad.
So you can handle your prom.
So what's the theme of prom?
You'll have to handle that on your own time. Sorry. I don't deal with such petty issues as the future president of the United States of America. Vote for me, 2028. Give a hoot. Vote for loot.
Give a hoot.
We should make campaign posters.
Okay. Thank you, Jenny. Let's get you another chance at Post Malone and Jelly Rolls. The last day we're doing this, I know it gets like you've done it a million times and you haven't won yet, but this could be the time that you do it. So make sure you go on the iHeartRadio app and listen on the iHeartRadio app because it's super cool and it's free and you can take us anywhere you go. This hour's keyword is going to be bank. Yes, bank. That is the keyword for now. So open up the iHeart app and then use the talkback feature and simply say the keyword is bank. We'll do it again every 30 minutes for your chance to go to the show tomorrow night. And if you got signed up, you also can still win that VIP package. So go do that now. We'll be right back on 101.3 KDWB, the Twin Cities #1 hit music station. Your friend Vaunt is here to stir the pot. Let's see what he's got on his mind coming up next on KDWB.
101.3.
KDWB.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
Not the greatest start to the week. It's going to be cloudy today with some showers this afternoon, a high of 58. Tomorrow getting a little bit cooler. We'll see scattered showers with a high of only 47.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi.
Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi, 0% APR and $2,800 off remaining 2024 Eclipse Cross. Great warranty, gas and car wash discounts. Complimentary service package, exclusively at Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi. See dealer for details, brookdale-mitsubishi.com.
You ever look in the mirror and you think, oh, I wish I had a little bit of smoother skin or a slimmer shape, maybe some more confidence?
You know what? It is springtime. It's the perfect time to feel and look your best. Or pamper yourself this Mother's Day with Ideal Image.
Yeah, you can get Cool Sculpting, help freeze away stubborn fat with Cool Sculpting. It's no needles or downtime, very simple. And right now you can get up to 52% off Cool Sculpting Elite. Once again, that's up to 52% off.
That is perfect for spring and Mother's Day. Also, Med Spa. It is not just a med spa. It is the med spa. They have a wide range of aesthetic treatments, including skin rejuvenation, Botox, and fillers, all at Ideal Image. And by the way, laser hair removal too. Right now, get up to 84% off on laser hair removal at Ideal Image. That's up to 84% off.
Give them a call today to get their promo pricing.
All right, welcome back to Family Feud. Olsen family. We polled 100 people. Top 5 answers are on the board. Give us a reason for being late to work. Chuck, go ahead.
I was that
Good answer.
Good answer.
All right, show me that All right, Jacobson family, 100 people surveyed. Top 8 answers are on the board. Name something you drive. Carolyn, go ahead.
Dead ass.
All right, good answer. All right.
Good job.
Show me dad ass.
Yeah.
All right. Back to the Olsens. 100 people surveyed. Top 3 answers are on the board. Something you see at an amusement park. All right, Kyle, go ahead.
People.
All right, okay.
Good job.
See if it's up there. Show me people. All right, Dawn, it's to you. Same question. Something you might see at an amusement park.
People.
Yeah, good answer. Now, Dawn, you do realize that answer has already been guessed, and it's already up on the board. You see it up there?
Oh, it's okay, Steve. I want to guess it again. People.
All right. Okay, show me people. All right. Well, it's the number one answer and number two answer. All right. Time for the bonus round. Chuck and Carolyn, come on over here, you guys. Bonus round. All right. Chuck, you are up. 20 seconds on the clock. First question, excuses for not turning in your homework.
My dog ate it.
Oh, sorry. Try it again.
I must have put it in the dishwasher.
Nope, no, not there. Try it again, Chuck.
Busy sucking.
Oh, there it is. Yes, very good. Carolyn, you get the same questions. 20 seconds on the clock. Excuses for not turning in your homework.
I lost it.
Oh, not there. No, sorry. Try again.
It caught on fire.
Oops, not there. Try again, Carolyn.
Grandpa got all over it.
All right, there it is. Good job. Congratulations, Olsen family. You got $20,000, and we'll see you next time on Family Feud.
What's happening?
What's happening? Hey.
It's your girl, Weather Girl Jenny.
Hey.
Web Girl Tina.
What's happening?
What's up, Dave?
What's up?
What's up, Fallon?
What's up? Hey.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. To tell you about my favorite cheeses.
Cheese.
Now, listen up, everybody.
Yo.
Hey, let's go. I like Gouda. I like Brie. I like nacho cheese lathered on me. Hey, lathered on me. Hey, I like feta. I like cream. Provolone lives in my dreams. Lives in my dreams. Hey, lives in my dreams. Hey, gorgonzola and then ricotta. Cheddar, 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 and burrata. Give me cheese with it, every meal with it. All my ladies, let me see you eat a feast of it. You can't do it like me, I'm from Wisco. I eat so much cheese, I want everyone to know. What's happening? What's up? Got my tummy fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got cheese up in my gut. I eat Havarti. I'm on Munster and Swiss at the party. I'm bloated on the floor. But you know I'm gonna eat more. I like Gouda, I like Brie, I like nacho cheese lathered on me. Hey, lathered on me. Hey, I like feta, I like cream. Provolone lives in my dreams. Lives in my dreams. Hey, lives in my dreams. Hey.
Engines, brakes, tires, oil. Meineke, doing car care right.
I think it's a sign of great mental health to acknowledge the dark wolf inside you.
It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and on a recent episode of The One You Feed, Josh Radnor from How I Met Your Mother joins us to talk about fame, self-acceptance, aging, and finding peace in discomfort.
That is the mercy of time. That time, it is a healer.
To hear this and more on healing, identity, and the wisdom of slowing down, open your free iHeartRadio app, search One You Feed, and listen now.
Watch The Dave Ryan Show on YouTube. Just search Dave Ryan TV. Live on YouTube and the iHeartRadio app. It's 101.3 KDWB.
Shout out to Gus, who is 15 years old today and listens to KDWB. Love that. Happy birthday, Gus. Also close to 15 years old is young man Vaunt Leak.
Almost there.
What is on your mind today?
Yes, Vaunt stirs the pot, and today I'm going to stir the pot and let you know that people with dogs that shed all over the place should not be able to host functions at their house. It should be banned.
Okay.
What?
Because a couple of reasons. One, this goes hand in hand with my theory that I've said about potlucks. I don't know what happens at your house. I'm just not eating at the potluck because your dog could taste the cake batter, put their paw in, and that's gross to me. So if your dog already naturally sheds, there could be dog hair everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's most dogs.
But there's some dogs that shed profusely. And my second reason that people with dogs who shed all over the place shouldn't be able to host functions, now I have to sit on your couch or just walking in the house, not even sitting down. I have dog hair all over my socks, have to track it back into my shoes, and it's just a whole inconvenience. Vacuum your dog.
I thought about
Vacuum your dog.
Okay, when you and I were at the movie the other day, we
Yes.
went and saw Final Destination. We both loved it. Now, I got nachos because that is my go-to movie snack, nachos with the fake little thing of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
So, and of course, I finished it well before the trailers were even over.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes my pal Vaunt in with a delicious-smelling tub of popcorn.
Yes, baby.
Now, I did think about reaching into your popcorn and sharing, but I know that you get grossed out at the idea of a potluck because people are bringing stuff and you don't know whether they sneezed into it. You don't know whether their baby puked into it.
No clue.
Whether they, and I thought, he doesn't know where my hands have been. And I did not want to, even though I just washed them, I did not want to reach into your popcorn and have you go,
Oh.
Would you have been okay if I would have shared your popcorn?
I thought you were going to ask me at some point.
No.
You just look like with your little puppy eyes and your tongue out. You were like,
I know. It smells so
You
good.
didn't offer any?
no. I mean, I thought he would have just asked if he wanted some.
I have never gone to a movie with someone who has popcorn and I don't, and they've never offered. They've always
But I
offered
know
me
how
some.
Vaunt is, and I respected his boundaries. See, you have no respect for boundaries. This is your problem.
Right.
You will start digging in,
Right.
licking your fingers, the cheddar
Yeah.
cheese sprinkles off, and you dip
Right.
your sticky
What?
fingers.
What am I doing?
Dip your sticky fingers back into your friend's popcorn, fingering all of my popcorn with your wet, gross saliva fingers. I got more respect for Vaunt than that.
But Jenny said something key. Jenny said she's never been with somebody that didn't have a snack and didn't offer. Dave had a snack. He had nachos. That was another part of the reason I didn't offer, because I didn't know if he was hungry or not. If he sat there and didn't look like he was starving, malnourished, I would have been like, Dave, I would have threw a piece of popcorn in his mouth. Be like, catch.
Catch it. Come on. Come on. You got to catch it.
piece.
Oh, it fell on the floor. You better go get it.
But so I'm stirring the pot. I said, if you have a dog who sheds profusely, you should not be able to host functions at your house, because then I got to walk through your house. There's going to be dog hair on my socks and my sweatpants. And a lot of people are texting in. It's kind of 50-50. Somebody said, I'm actually in agreement with Vaunt here. Like, if you have a husky, I don't think I'm coming to your house. I don't want all the white hair, the white long hair all over me. I agree. Somebody else said, that's fine, Vaunt. You weren't invited to my house anyway.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah.
It's just an inconvenience. Then I got to go, like I said, then I have to take it back home. Let's just say it's all over my car seat now. And it tracks through my house. It's just such an
Aren't
inconvenience.
you like applying to foster dogs?
Yes.
What do you think's going to happen? You're just not going to get one that sheds?
But I'm not going to host functions at my house if that's the case.
Okay.
Or if we do, they'll be downstairs. Well, we'll be downstairs because we have like grills and stuff. But I'm not going to have you come upstairs and just inconvenience you now, looking like you're a puppy.
I think it's a small price to pay to socialize. I don't mind going to your house. That's why God created, in his infinite wisdom, the sticky tape roller. Because that is what you just position a sticky tape roller on the end of the coffee table, and you get a little of, Scooter's hair on you. You just use the sticky tape roller.
Oh, this text message. Somebody said, my cousin has 3 giant dogs. She'll host family events. They're just sitting on the couch, dog hair floating in the air. So gross. It
is gross when you see the dog hair floating through a sunlit window. Yeah.
But if I go to any kind of function, I'm the one looking for the dog. Because then I don't have to talk to people. I can just go and look for the dog.
You can't do that.
But I pet the dog and then I talk about the dog.
And then Bailey goes and lays on their bed in the master bedroom.
Yeah.
It's like, come here,
I knew a
boy.
DJ that came to my house one time and he scratched the dog the entire time. And I was like, God, you got to socialize a little bit.
Well, what if I'm socializing about the dog? I'll be like, some dog, huh?
Text messages. Birthday shout out. Franklin turned 1 year old on Saturday. Shared a birthday with Jenny. We love you, Franklin. Love mom and dad. Also, twin girls, their big 10th birthday today. Listen to these great names, Quinn and Harper.
Oh, I
what
love that.
great names. If I ever have twin girls, I'm going to name them Quinn and Harper.
If you ever have twin girls.
Well, if everything goes according to plan and everything lines up correctly, then we'll see. Thank you, Vaught, for stirring the pot. Appreciate you. It's 101.3 KDWB, never more than 30 minutes away. And also, don't forget, Post your preset. Set KDWB as a preset on the iHeartRadio app. Screenshot it and then DM it to 1013 KDWB for another pair of tickets. Dave Ryan Show, KDWB, about 7 or 8 minutes away from another pair of Post Malone and Jelly Roll. We'll be back in a second. They're asking a question on Reddit, it's kind of trending, and it's amazing how common some of these are. Somebody asked people to name a weird rule they came up with when they were young that they still follow. For example, if you need to retie one shoelace, you got to retie the other one.
Oh.
Otherwise, one is going to feel loose and the other ones feel tight. Okay.
Valid. Mm-hmm.
When you meet somebody, you can't swear in front of them until they swear in front of you. But once they swear, you can go wild.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel like I'm the one that swears first usually. Because I get that. You are really timid at first. You're like, I don't know if I should swear yet.
Yeah.
I'm just got a sailor mouth over here. So.
I know you do. We'll be back with more dumb rules you came up with when you were a kid that you still follow today on You Can't Make This Stuff Up. And then right after that or before, it depends on the mood I'm in, we'll give you another keyword for Post Malone. So this could be the one. Don't skip a keyword because that could win you tickets for tomorrow night's show. And then we mentioned this early, post your preset. So set KDWB as a preset on the iHeartRadio app. It's easy. Touch that plus button in the upper left. That gives you a preset that's KDWB. Screenshot that and then DM it to 1013 KDWB.
KDWB and Two Men in a Junk Truck want to help you win $1,000.
I just won $1,000. Oh my God! $1,000! That's awesome.
A new $1,000 winner every hour.
Thank you so much.
On 101.3
KDWB.
KDWB.
I love you.
Got junk? Need it gone fast? Look no further than Two Men and a Junk Truck. They're your local experts in junk removal. Whether it's old furniture, electronics, or clutter from the garage, they've got you covered. Head to twomenandajuncktruck.com today to schedule your junk removal service.
From the Custom One, MN.com Weather Center.
We have a cloudy start to the day with some rain this afternoon, a high of 58. Tomorrow we'll see scattered showers throughout the day with a high of 47.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi.
Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi, 0% APR and $2,800 off remaining 2024 Eclipse Cross. Great warranty, gas and car wash discounts. Complimentary service package, exclusively at Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi. See dealer for details, brookdale-mitsubishi.com.
We tell you all the time about how incredible Sono Bello is and how they've been changing people's lives. And I just got this note from Jessica to prove it. The Sono Bello staff is absolutely amazing. Every time I went for my appointments, I felt like I was seeing family. My journey is still going strong because I took a chance on Sono Bello. Thank you to all of those who helped achieve my better me. Stories like this are what make the Sono Bello experience the absolute best. Everyone in town knows that they're the experts in advanced micro laser fat removal, but you can't beat the care and expertise from the entire team at Sono Bello.
I'll be back, kids. Stupendous. Oh, boy, do I gotta go. Open the door here. Oh, pull down my pants. Oh. I'm in here. Busy right now. Oh. Barney! Barney! Come out, Barney! Will you just wait a minute? Oh, that was stupendous. Oops, here comes another one. Oh, wait, my little dinosaur butt there. Coming! Here it comes, kids!
If you take me to Walmart, then you're not my dad. If you take me to Walmart, then you're not my dad. H-O-L-L-I-S-T-E-R, yeah. H-O-L-L-I-S-T-E-R. There's a store, Dad, down at the mall, and you can smell it from way down the hall, 'cause they spray stuff on all their clothes down at Hollister. Oh, spend it, Hollister. Hollister, Hollister, down at Hollister. Hollister, Hollister. All their clothes are super cute, tees and tanks and camis too. Mom, can I please have a few bucks so I don't look like you? Employees all drink Caribou, either that or Jamba Juice. take me, I'll be nice to you. All the gay guys shop there too. American Eagles over with, they're just so 2006. You can go but don't come in, cause you're so embarrassing. Me and my friends buy their clothes, then we grab our camera phones, strike an inappropriate pose and put the pictures on MySpace. Hollister, 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 down at Hollister. Hollister, Hollister.
Oh my God, Allison, give me a break. We're on a beer budget, you got champagne taste. I'm taking you to Penny's and then over to Pomida. You ain't wearing clothes that show off your booty. If you want to go to college, then you better well acknowledge that we gotta save some money. So what's wrong with dressing funny? I don't want to make you mad, but Walmart really ain't that bad.
If you take me to Walmart, then you're not my dad. Dad, can you give me $150?
What do you need $150 for?
I'm going to Hollister.
Hollister? They got great stuff down at Kmart. We're getting in the car. We're going to Kmart. Let's go.
Kmart? Just give me your wallet.
Weekends in late May and early June for construction. Don't get stuck in traffic. Visit 511mn.org for traffic updates and detours.
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Yeah, I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
From the 612 Injured, Hi Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
Good morning. We have delays on 35W northbound from 26th Street to 94 and southbound from Highway 280 to University. 169 slow northbound from Highway 101 to Old Shakopee. Highway 36 delays westbound from Dale to Lexington. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Gens Ryan Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Summer heat is here. Don't sweat an AC breakdown. Call Gens Ryan now. They'll fix it and guarantee it won't break all summer. If it does, they'll come back free. Book today at gensryan.com.
Yeah, I love those guys.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff up.
2, 3, 4. They say that a good test of your fitness or a good exercise is a little challenge that you can do with no equipment without even leaving your home or your office. And it sounds difficult. No, it actually sounds fairly easy, but I think it'd be very difficult. Sit on the floor and get up with no help, no chair, no assistant, no holding onto the wall 20 times. And if you can do that, number one, you're in good health. Number two, it's a workout.
Ooh, nice.
And the reason I was reminded of this, because I just dropped a sticker
He did.
on the floor a minute ago.
We always know when he's dropped something because it's like, oh, God.
Yeah. I got a sticker from the Aloha Monkey where I got my Josie paw print tattoo. And I dropped it on the floor, and I had to get down on the floor to get it and then get back up.
Sprained a hernia?
What?
Did you sprain a hernia?
You know,
Sprain a
I'm not
hernia.
sure what, but something popped in my nether regions.
Not your nethers.
Yep. So we might do that for a little social thing a little bit later on to see how well we can get on the floor 20 times and then pop back up.
Easy.
Or you think so?
I think it'll be easy for me.
I think we should do a fast motion reel where we like speed up the video and then we all try to do it and see who drops out first.
A little
Me.
like clowny music in the back. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Clowny music sounds good. All right, here's your keyword right now for your Post Malone and Jelly Roll tickets for tomorrow night. Keyword right now is post. So go do it again. I know you've done it a million times, but go do it again. It's another ticket to win tickets to the show, like an entry. So go do that. Use the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. and say the keyword is post, and you're good to go. All right, these are rules that people made up when they were a kid that they still follow. If you need to retie one shoelace, you must retie the other one. If you don't, you're going to end up with one shoe that feels too tight and one that feels too loose. Okay, here's another one. Each armpit gets the same number of deodorant swipes. You get 6 on the left one, you get 6 on the right one.
I feel like that's common sense. Why would you put like 17 on one armpit and then like 2 on the other?
That's a good question, Bob.
I have one pit that sweats more than the other.
Really?
Yeah. My right one.
Yeah, no, that actually makes sense. I think we all do, yeah.
So I think that it can be uneven deodorant swipes.
I did not know that.
I've got one pit that's sweatier than the other.
Oh, we know. When you meet somebody, you can't swear in front of them until they swear in front of you. But once they swear, go wild. I'm usually the first one to swear, and then judging by the reaction, because usually you say the F word in conjunction with humor. Like, Bailey's so effing annoying.
Huh?
And then somebody will be like, yeah. And then I know that I can say that.
Sure. Sure.
Was that a bad example?
He says it right to Bailey's face.
Yeah, he was
So
making
then
eye
it's like,
contact with
wait.
me. He flicked me off.
Is it flip or flick?
I don't
Discuss.
know. What is it?
I think it's flip.
I think it's flip. I've said flip my entire life. Yeah. Another one, if I find a penny on the ground, but it's heads up, it's not heads up, I turn it heads up so the next person can have a little luck. I like that one.
Regardless if it's heads up or not, it's free money on the ground. That's a good day regardless if it's heads up or not.
I pick up every penny.
Yeah.
I always figure I'm a penny richer than I was when I woke up.
Yeah.
If you're eating, save a bite of your favorite thing for last, like maybe that last bite of mashed potatoes, just to finish up on a high note.
I do that.
I eat from least favorite to most favorite.
Same.
For example, if I'm having a pork roll, mashed potatoes, and asparagus, I'll finish off the asparagus, get that out of the way first. Then I move to the mashed potatoes. Then I move to the pork roll.
Can I tell you how happy I am that you just said pork roll?
Yeah.
Because nobody in the Midwest knows what that is.
Oh, yeah.
Pork roll or Taylor ham, depending on what part of the world you're from. It's like it's like a breakfast, not Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but it's so delicious.
Yeah, it's a staple. We're big fans. Another one, never use a fake excuse like, I can't go, my grandma's sick, because if she does get sick, you'll feel like you caused it, is another rule.
Yeah.
A couple of more rules. You cannot brag about a random act of kindness. If you tell somebody about it, it cancels out the good karma. So, for example, if you're like, okay, yeah, there was this lady at Starbucks and she didn't have any cash on her and her credit card wasn't working, so I went ahead and I paid for her coffee. You can't say, Jenny, you know what I did on the way into work today?
What'd
You
you
can't
do?
say that because then it cancels out the karma.
Yeah.
I would totally do that. I'd say it on the radio.
You're that kind of person.
Well, I want people to think that I'm a good guy. I'm really not, but if I tell enough lies, then people will start to believe I'm a good guy.
You have to, because if you don't take a picture of it, then it didn't happen.
Yeah,
I need
exactly
it for a
right.
weekend in 5 pics.
Hey, lady, can you hold your coffee? Yeah, like that, and have a sad look on your face. Yeah, there you go. Thank you,
Sad
Marge.
look on your face.
And I think that is it. So we gave the keyword. We got that out of the way.
It is.
We'll do Dave's Dirt coming up in a second on 101.3 KDWB. And remember, you're never more than 30 minutes away from Post Malone and Jelly Roll. They were, Jelly Roll was on American Idol last night. It was kind of cool. We'll cover that, and also Salt and Peppa, and the Goo Goo Dolls were on there too last night. It was kind of cool. We got some audio of that next on Dave's Dirt on KDWB. KDWB, the Twin Cities #1 hit music station. Bailey met her next beau. He's a DJ. Works down in Ames, Iowa, or
he
something
works
like
in
that?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hold on.
What?
I feel like I need to start taking notes to keep up. What happened to Bradley?
Bradley and I still talk. This isn't a real thing.
Okay.
I just met at the National Speech and Debate competition this past weekend. There was a guy who was an MC for like the whole event. So he like did the opening ceremony. He like announced all the awards and things like that. And he's been the MC for this tournament for years. And his name is D. Wayne. And he has a morning show. He's D. Wayne in the AM in Lincoln, Nebraska. And so I was like, I work in radio. And he was like, oh my gosh, shut up. And he knew who Dave was. And we both followed each other on iHeartRadio, the iHeart app. So, yeah, he's on at the same time as us. But I said I would talk about him today. And he said he would talk about me today on the air. So
Can I tell you?
We're going to get married.
Bailey texted me about this. Literally, it was midnight.
We're going to get married.
It was midnight. The text message says, hey, I met a morning DJ and we're going to get married. I thought Bailey was drunk texting me. I was like, okay.
No. What do you mean? That's like a pretty typical Bailey line.
But midnight, and I hadn't heard from Bailey because I was on vacation before her. So we hadn't seen each other. That's the first thing she said back. And I was like, okay. Yeah. She goes, he's the MC for this national tournament. We set each other's shows as presets, so we're actively in love. It's like, okay, good for you, girl.
No, he's so nice. But then like yesterday when we were leaving, he said, oh, I can't. It was so nice to meet you. I'll give you a shout out on the air tomorrow. And I was like, cool. Okay. Sounds good. And he's just really nice. Obviously, he's like super gregarious. And
how old is he?
I don't know, 30 something.
Okay. I mean, okay, good. I didn't know if he was 19 or 47.
Yeah,
so he's around the age bracket that works for you.
Yeah, I have no idea.
In his not his upper 40s. He looks like he's pushing 40.
You think he's pushing 40?
That's not too old.
I don't think so. I think he looks like he's like 30.
He's fun.
Are you going to slide into his DMs or what are you thinking? What's the next move?
That's funny because the second we added each other on Instagram, my coach friend Alex Gray, he was like, DM him right now. DM him right now. I'm like, no, I'm not going to DM him right now and be like, hey, what you doing? But I am going to say, hey, we talked about you on the radio. I said I would send him a sound clip.
Okay,
I'll send you a sound clip of it. Well, you never meet okay. He likes speech. Obviously, he knows what speech is. And I love speech just my entire life. And he's a radio DJ and same. So it's like, whoa, okay, now we have two things that we have in common. Not necessarily, I'm not saying I'm going to marry him. It is the default thing I say, like, well, I met a boy today. We're going to get married. But it's just cool, like, that I could talk to this guy about two different things.
No, that's nice. Cool. That's good to have something in common. So it's not just like, boy, it sure is chilly for May.
Right. But next year, this tournament is in Shakopee. So I'll be like, let me show you the radio station.
Okay, good. But that's a year away.
Yeah.
You got to do something betwixt now and next May.
Okay, I'm talking about him right now.
Well, you are talking about him, but you got to do something more.
Flash him.
What?
Flash him.
Flash him what? Exactly.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right. I can't agree or disagree.
Gosh, Dave, no.
You said it.
You don't say that.
I said it first. It's okay. Anyway, but yeah, he was really nice. D. Wayne.
So
if you're in Lincoln, Nebraska.
He's in Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you should do a little road trip down to Lincoln and like hang out with him for the weekend.
Well, I don't know if he wants to hang out with me. He doesn't even know me.
Well, this is what you do. You know how to make things progress.
Okay.
You start texting him.
Yeah.
Texting him more often.
Yeah.
And then when you start to really like him, you say, hey, just thought I'd say goodnight. You know, that type of thing.
LOL.
Oh, good morning. Hope you have a good day.
Oh.
How was your day today? What'd you guys do today?
What's it like on air today? Have you talked about this dirt item yet?
Yeah.
Because he works in Top 40 as well.
Okay. So you have a lot in common.
We have so much in common. Speech and radio.
And see, the great thing is that'll make Bradley a little tiny bit jealous.
Maybe.
So it's all working out for you, Bailey.
It's all working out.
What does Bradley do again for a living?
He's a vehicle evaluator.
I don't know. I'm already bored.
He looks at like old classic cars and determines how much they're valued.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lucrative.
I'd go with that over a DJ anytime.
Yeah, I would
a
too.
DJ,
Oh,
sketchy profession
so
for sure.
sketchy.
Good luck.
Throwing journalistic standards out the window. This is Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
Leading off with the former president, Joe Biden, has later stage prostate cancer, but they are saying it is treatable. And so, certainly wish him well. Prostate cancer is very survivable if caught early, but it looks like later stages and is metastasized. I think I came close on that one to his bones. So
that's sad.
Yeah, it is definitely sad. Also sad and shocking was the video of the tall ship, like the Mexican Navy ship that was that hit the Brooklyn Bridge. And at first I thought, oh, well, that's just hard on the ship. Then I realized there were people standing on those cross beams, and some fell to their deaths.
Yeah.
So just shocking.
I think also the people that took the videos, they thought it was like a show. Like they didn't think that was like actually happening.
Yeah.
They thought it was part of something, but then you can hear someone being like, oh my gosh, that body just fell.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
it's
scary.
Like,
yeah, I saw videos, but I didn't want to watch them.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'll pass.
Salt and Peppa were on American Idol last night. It was kind of cool to see them.
Push it good. All my people on the right. Come on, y'all. Push it real good. Hey, yeah. I wanna see, baby. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
I will tell you, they've probably done those songs a million times, but they still did it with like energy and enthusiasm. So that was kind of cool.
Did somebody texted in saying that Jessica Simpson was on it?
If she was, I didn't see her.
Oh, well, they said she looked so different that you wouldn't have even known it was Jessica Simpson.
Oh, really?
So maybe
Yeah.
you just didn't even recognize her.
I watched maybe an hour of it. I didn't
okay.
watch the whole thing. Goo Goo Dolls were on too, and they did a duet with Maddie Pruitt. And here is a clip of the Goo Goo Dolls. Jamal Roberts was the winner. He's the PE teacher from, I want to say, Missouri or Mississippi, somewhere like that. He duetted with Jelly Roll, who has been a coach this season on American Idol. And so here is a clip of that.
You ain't nothing but a liar. Yeah, I walk right out the fire. Yeah, you try to put me down, try to put me under the ground, but I'm only going high.
You know what you're never more than 30 minutes away from on KDWB?
What's that?
Another chance at those Jelly Roll tickets. So,
you know,
also-
it's wild to me to think that like American Idol is so far out of like the fabric of our lives now that Jelly Roll's coaching on this, and we talk about Jelly Roll all the time. And today was the first day I found out that
It's
that
true,
he was a coach on American Idol.
It used to be everybody watched
Yes.
American Idol, but it's just, it kind of lost its luster, I think, after people realized that they didn't go on to have huge music careers anymore. So
after season 8.
Yeah, something like that. So people on social media are listing things that happen all the times in movies, but are 100% not realistic. Here are some of the most popular answers, because Vaughn and I saw
Final
Destination over the weekend, and there was one part where the
spoilers.
Well, it's not that big of a spoiler. Where a woman is she is falling, but grabs onto a nail, and it's like, okay, this is not going to happen. You're falling, and all of a sudden you're grabbing onto a nail
from a skyscraper, and she's actually not falling yet.
So here's a cliche in movies that happen all the time, but is not realistic. Somebody falls and catches the edge of something hanging on by just their fingers. Just try it sometime. Cannot do it. Spotless air ducts, or air ducts that can support the weight of a 200-pound man. They aren't full of screws, and they absorb the sound of the man moving around. Die Hard, where Bruce Willis is climbing through the air ducts in the hole. Yeah. And they say air ducts are made to carry about the weight of air. Not a 200-pound man.
Really?
Yes, air ducts are not. They're made to support the weight of the air moving through them.
Wow, I think because that's been in so many like TVs and movies, I always have like nightmares where I have to escape through an air duct.
Really?
And I'm always like, well, got to jump in.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Another one: people getting pistol whipped, being knocked unconscious, and then waking up later like nothing has happened. A character moving 4 feet from the other characters and having a full volume side conversation that nobody can hear. A hero being assaulted by a dozen henchmen using fists, feet, and metal bars, only to end up with a small butterfly bandage on their cheek. And everybody attacks one at a time. The general lack of tiredness.
Yes, people have so much
life,
energy.
They got so much energy. In real life, we're like, oh, man. Oh, I just want to sit down.
It's like in every kind of cop show or cop movie where they're just like so addicted to their job and they got to like figure out this case. And it's like, Do you not get tired? Like, don't you need to like go sleep so your brain can work a little bit better?
Right. Another one, cliches in movies that are not likely to happen. Unemployed bachelors with spacious penthouse apartments in desirable locations. Waking up and looking fresh and styled and mostly in a very good mood. And hackers saying, and then typing 300 words a minute, then 5 seconds later going, I'm in.
Yeah, that's not how that works at all.
It's a few more of these. Ordering a meal, eating just one bite, and then chucking the whole thing because you got to be somewhere.
Oh, that, and then like when your mom makes you a whole buffet of breakfast, you literally just grab a slice of toast and be like, I'm in a rush.
Right? Oh, can you imagine? It's true. Nobody ever looks for parking. It's just there. Stopping by to have breakfast at a friend's apartment before work. Yeah, sure. Nobody ever builds enough time in their day to stop by your friends before work and have breakfast. Nope. Nobody buys celery and baguettes every time they go to the grocery store, but they sure look like groceries, and you see them sticking out of the bag. There's a baguette and a stalk of celery.
I never thought about that, but you're totally right. It's always a baguette and celery with the leaves facing out.
No, it's very true. The classic zoom in, enhance that image, isolate that section, enhance it more, and then you can see the fingerprint of the murderer. And somebody else said brushing their teeth without toothpaste.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
They pick up a toothbrush, they start brushing their teeth. There's no toothpaste on there.
Yeah, because it's not your mouth isn't messy at all in the movies or TV shows. So unrealistic.
That's true. All right, that is The Dirt, brought to you by 612 Injured, Heimer and Lammer's Injury Law. Another keyword is coming up in a couple of minutes on KDWB. Your Monday motivation, and then I got a little quiz for Vaught. A little quiz. Vaught is 23 years old. I want to ask him if he knows and recognizes certain terms. Don't look this up, and don't give me the answer yet. Do you know what a Rolodex is? Okay? We'll give Vaught a bunch of archaic terms that maybe you remember, maybe you don't, and see how many 23-year-old Vaught remembers. That's coming up. It's all here on KDWB.
Picture this. You're out on the lake this summer on your boat. The neighbors pull up next to you. You raise your arm up to say hello, and then you look down and you're like, ooh, there's some underarm hair there. Well, you don't have to worry about that with Ideal Image because they take care of that unwanted hair with laser hair removal. You can ditch the shaving and waxing, and right now they have a great offer. Get up to 84% off on laser hair removal. That's 84% off.
Hey, also to get ready for summer, my wife did this. Cool Sculpting. You can freeze away fat with Cool Sculpting. There's no needles to worry about and no downtime. And right now at Ideal Image, get up to 52% off of Cool Sculpting Elite. Yes, I said up to 52% off of Cool Sculpting Elite.
With over 20 million treatments performed and 20 years of experience, Ideal Image is the place to go. You can call them today at 1-800-BE-IDEAL or idealimage.com.
Yeah, get that promo pricing, 1-800-BE-IDEAL or idealimage.com. Make sure you tell them that Dave and Jenny sent you from KDWB.
Grab your shades, your flip-flops, and your free iHeartRadio app for the start of summer 2025. No matter where you go this summer, your favorite radio station, the music you love, and the best podcast on the planet will be along for the adventure. Make sure you have the free iHeartRadio app on your phone today.
Outdoor stuff is one of the things we love about Minnesota. And a lot of families already have plans to go to Minnesota State Parks and Trails this summer. But if you didn't grow up camping or paddling, or maybe it's just been a while, we want to invite you and your kids to sign up for one of the many I Can programs for beginners at Minnesota State Parks and Trails. Canoeing, camping, fishing, mountain biking, and it's all very affordable. And when you're done, you give the equipment back, and then you go, well, maybe we'll run down to Dick's and buy some ourselves. But even if you decide not to do it, you've got a great weekend, and there are expert campers just close by to help you set up the tent and start a fire and all the things. So if your kids aren't exposed to the outdoors and camping and canoeing and fishing, they're there to help. So even if you don't have equipment, go online and you can get set up because the programs start in just a couple of weeks. It's not too late. Big fan of this. Go to mndnr.gov/ICAN. Now I'll say it again because it's kind of a mouthful. mndnr.gov/ICAN and sign up today so your family can have some unforgettable.
This fall, Dixon Farms wants to recognize those behind Dixon Cider, which is why we're taking this opportunity to highlight our brewmaster. He's a real special guy. I'm talking about Dixon Dave. Here's what our customer John has to say about him.
When you walk in the mill, you're guaranteed to see Dixon Dave.
And when it comes to customer service, he really knows how to make people feel good.
Everybody loves Dixon Dave.
I know, right? Excuse me, ma'am. What do you think of him?
I wasn't sure if I wanted my husband to see Dixon Dave because I'm scared he'll like the interaction too much. But it went well, and now he comes home from Dixon Farms happy every time.
People love him because he's more than just our brewmaster. He's kind of like a therapist.
My husband was in a rough spot in life, not knowing what direction he was headed. And then he started going to Dixon Farm. After getting his fill of Dixon Dave, he's a totally different man.
Willie, what's so special about him as a brewmaster?
Dixon Dave provides a sweet yet tart brew that's good to the last drop.
Hey, good to hear. Ma'am, what did you want to say?
My teenage daughter wanted to try Dixon cider, but when I brought her to Dixon Farms and she saw Dixon Dave, she decided Dixon cider might not be for her quite yet.
It's okay. Bring your son in here. Especially if he's over 21, he'll have a great time with our brewmaster, Dixon Dave, the man behind Dixon Farms.
You already know about Amazon's virtual assistant, Alexa.
Alexa, what's the weather today?
Currently, in Wayzata, it's 25 degrees with clear skies.
Alexa can play music, send messages, and even tell you a joke.
What do you call a wizard in a frat house? An abracadabra.
But if Alexa is just a little too refined for your taste,
You know, Alexa's just a little too refined for my tastes.
then you'll love the latest virtual assistant from Amazon. Amazon Brandy Lynn.
Brandy Lynn, please order more paper towels.
Order paper towels? How about I order some Kiss My... Order your own paper towels, bitch.
Part virtual assistant and part truck stop waitress, Brandy Lynn can give you recipes.
You crunch up some flaming hot Cheetos and put it on mac and cheese? That's some good right there.
Brandy Lynn tells jokes.
How many dart players does it take to screw in a light bulb? 5. 4 to fuck this and 1 to fuck my...
And Brandy Lynn gives stock market tips.
Yeah, I got a tip for you. Kiss my ass.
Brandy Lynn from
You
Amazon.
gonna order anything? You're just gonna sit there all day like a dumpster.
Might make you say, I can't believe it.
Seriously, it's ours? Is this real life?
But what you really need to say is, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there to help you choose the coverage you need.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois. Folks try to tough it out, like cold showers build character or something.
Yeah, so does trying to explain TikTok to your dad, but come on.
And it's not the shower, it's your water heater.
From here, it's all cold showers and sad shampoo moments.
So, call Northern Ben Franklin for same-day water heater service.
Hot water, no hassle, from the punctual plumber.
And remember, if there's any delay, it's you we pay.
Call or go online and get a new water heater for only $14.95.
Northern Ben Franklin Plumbing.
KDWB FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
You have a plan for your business and a vision for its future. So it's important to have a banking partner that works to understand all of your goals and what it will take to help you reach them. Work with a banker who is dedicated to listening first and providing insightful, personalized advice that's right for you and your business. Work with Bremer Bank, a division of Old National Bank. Put us to work for you today at bremer.com.
I think I just wrote the song of the summer. Listen.
That's just you drinking a big gulp from Speedway.
And just $1 for a large with Speedy Rewards? That's a hit. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
From the 612 Injured, High Merle and Lammers Injury Law Traffic Center.
One stop and go delay, 494 westbound's jammed up 12th Avenue to 35W.
35W northbound slow 26th Street to 94. Crosstown eastbound, you're heavy. Gleason to Valley View westbound, a little bit tight. 28th Avenue to Penn Avenue. And 494 eastbound slows west Bush Lake Road to France Avenue. I'm Bonnie Green, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Metro State University. Explore 60-plus bachelor's degree programs at Metro State University's on-campus open house in St. Paul on May 29th. Find out how free tuition is possible for eligible students with a North Star Promise Scholarship. Visit metrostate.edu/open house.
Follow the show on Instagram. Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
All right, you know what time it is? Say it with me.
9:05?
It is well, true, but it's time for a
keyword.
Yes, okay. It's the last day for keywords on the show for tomorrow night. Post Malone and Jelly Roll. Keyword this time is jelly. So for the millionth time, open up the iHeartRadio app and use that keyword. Just say the keyword is jelly, and you are good to go.
Also, can I say real quick, come hang out with me at Gray's ahead of time because I'm hosting a little pre-party for the show. It's 4:30 to 6:30 tomorrow at Gray's in the North Loop. We got like temporary tattoos if you feel like getting tatted on your face.
Yeah.
We got that. We got other prizes. There's going to be themed drinks according to Jelly Roll and Post Malone, what they like, which as far as I know, they just like beer. So you're probably just going to have beer.
Nice.
That's what happens.
Not bad.
Gray's North Loop, 4:30 to 6:30 tomorrow.
Very cool. A shout out to everybody who came out to Cub Foods over in Burnsville on Friday night. Jenny and I were there for a couple of hours hanging out with TC Bear. And it was just fun. It was just cool just to meet people who listen to the show and repeat back things that we've done on the show, like War of the Roses and the Daily Bailey and things like that. All right, Vaught is 24 years old, born in 2001.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm going to give you a list of things. You tell me your best definition of what you think these things are. Okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go. A Rolodex.
Rolodex is, I guess, some type of like phone book, and you spin it. It sits on your desk, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, very good. How did you know that?
Only ever seen it in movies. Never seen one in person. Never used one.
Okay. Commodore, or more specifically, Commodore 64.
The Commodore is, I know the group, the Commodores. They're the ones that sing "'Cause She's a Brick House."
Yes.
I have no clue what a Commodore, or what did you say? Commodore
64.
No clue. Well, you said 64. Is it a game?
Anybody else know?
I don't.
No.
Is it like a 8-track play or something kind of thing?
No, it's computer.
Oh, computer.
It was an early home computer. Let's do an easier one here. Rabbit ears.
Rabbit ear. I have no clue.
Bailey?
It's the antenna on top of your TV so you can like get the signal in.
And there's two of them.
Two, yeah.
So they look kind of like rabbit ears. Yeah.
Okay. So you can actually get some of your basic cable channels. So you're like WCCO and your Care and stuff like that. But you're not getting MTV with the rabbit ears.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Floppy disk.
Floppy disk is like, I guess, right before they had the CD. It was kind of like a hard drive, right? Or a flash drive. You put it in a computer.
Yep.
And you put files and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at me.
Hey. Okay, pretty close. I mean, that's it. Yep. AOL.
That was like a MySpace, like a website or an email distributor type thing.
Do you know what it stands for?
Automated.
Yes.
I have no clue what the O and L stand for.
Bailey?
It's America Online.
Do you remember when you used to get the free discs up by the checkout at Target?
Yes.
And you would take it home and install it in your computer and then go on IM, Instant Messenger.
And on AIM, yeah.
AIM,
I
AOL
loved
Instant
AIM.
Messenger, yeah.
AIM was my life, though. You still have an AOL email address, don't you?
Sure do. It's like a classic car.
Yeah, exactly. Your AOL
sure do, yeah. Walkman, a Walkman.
A Walkman is I guess, the precursor to a tape recorder. So you'd walk around, you could play cassettes on it. Right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sure. Or radio. Yeah, cassettes and radio. Sure, yeah, Walkman.
So it was like a handheld radio in essence?
The cool people would clip it to their pants.
Ooh.
Yep.
Got
it. Dial-up. Vaughn, what is dial-up?
I've heard people use the term. I'm going to assume it's the phone that you spin the thing and go.
No, that's a rotary phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I have
Good
no
guess,
clue.
though.
Good guess.
Bailey, dial-up. Jenny, dial-up.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Yeah, I mean, it's internet. It's how you had to connect to the internet back in the day, and then it would take over your phone line, so you couldn't make phone calls if you were connected to the internet.
True.
Yeah.
Bailey's about... Go ahead, Bailey.
I was going to do the sound.
Please do your impression of dial-up connecting.
Vaughn, you'll understand this, I hope.
Okay.
It goes...
The most annoying sound.
When you put
That
it
was
like
really
that, I
good.
totally understand.
Yeah.
This is very true. Card catalog. Vaughn, what's a card catalog?
Gonna take a guess. It's it would be next to your Rolodex, and it's like a little case that you put business cards so that you can remember people's phone numbers. Is that what a card catalog is?
Am I close?
Yeah, am I close?
Is he right, Jenny?
I honestly don't know the answer to that one.
Bailey?
A card catalog. You know, honestly, I don't think I know what a card catalog is either. I have what I think it is, but I don't think that's what it is.
It is actually in the library.
Oh,
It was the big, giant file cabinet, little tiny drawers, and you would be like, I'm looking for something on Dalmatians. So you would pull out the D,
Yeah.
and then you would dig through until you found Dalmatian. Here's a book by Joyce Smith about Dalmatians. It's located in this section, and you would go look for it.
I remember. So it's like, way predated Google. Because Google's essentially just the encyclopedia, but bigger. And
Yep.
card catalog is just a bigger version of an encyclopedia.
Well, not exactly.
Kind of.
There was no information in a card catalog.
No, you'd go look.
Led to the book. Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay. Another one, Vaughn, you're doing fine. Viewmaster. What is a Viewmaster?
Viewmaster, that sounds familiar. Is that thing kids used to play with them? Like they were kind of like binoculars, but you could put different
You got it,
discs
yes,
in them.
exactly
yeah.
right.
Oh, I had one of those.
And it was 3-dimensional. Yeah.
And I don't know what, like Dragon Tales or like just an old kid's show or Blue's Clues, and you can see different scenes.
Bailey, look up and see if they still make a Viewmaster. I'll bet they do.
Probably do. Vaughn, you just sounded so thrilled, and you're like,
Because he just unlocked the memory. I forgot about the Viewmaster. You thought you had struck gold if you got a Viewmaster for Christmas.
I had one with a view with a bunch of slides from Disneyland.
Aw,
And
the
so,
best.
so I think I bought it at Disneyland, and you'd stick it in the Viewmaster, and you would it was in 3D, and you'd hold it up to the light. It was dope.
they still have them on Amazon. I think that the actual Viewmaster has been discontinued, but you can find all of these. They're just calling them Real Viewer or Viewfinder.
Oh,
knockoffs.
Yeah,
okay.
knockoffs, but they're everywhere. Yeah.
Gotcha. Fleshlight. No, I'm kidding.
Let me see.
Stupid.
Thank you, Vaughn. It is 101.3 KDWB.